Subramaniam Shankaran. Welcome. Now we want to start the series, okay, to assess the Chief AA officer in performing his duties. Okay. Now, the series of videos that are going to come will discuss about the documentation terminologies that are required. Okay, we're going to have discussion with a lot of people who have been certified by us on, certified Chief AA officer training, etc. Okay. Now, the first and foremost document, okay, that is actually required for an chief AI officer is actually called as an AI strategy. Okay, so in fact, there are a lot of books that have come with respect to AI strategy and security, etc. Okay, now the strategy is actually the direction. Okay, in fact, if you look at the ITL framework, the ITL framework from the version 3, okay, it was like we have the service strategy, design, transition, operations, and continuous service improvement. It's an iterative process. Then you come to strategy again. So strategy is actually your core. Okay, it's a trigger that drives the organization towards the betterment. Okay, so organization that does not have a strategy, okay, that means they are directionless. They don't know where to go. So it is a responsibility, rather it's an accountability, okay, for an chief A officer to strategize, okay, the direction with respect to the artificial intelligence. It could be a service provider or a producer, whatever it is, okay, to strategize the AI direction for the organization. The first document is the AI strategy. Okay, it's a clear. Let me reduce my. Oh wow, yeah. It's a clear, actionable plan that aligns the use of artificial intelligence technology with the organization core business objectives and values. It is not just about buying a tool; it's a holistic roadmap that answers why, what, how, and for using AI to create a sustainable competitive advantage. Okay, the competitive advantage is what the AI is going to support or is going to give an organization. AI is an evolution. Okay, in fact, I was reading the book on AI, which says like the steam engine. Okay, became an evolution. Electricity became an evolution. Like that, AI is evolution. Whatever is happening in IT, okay, after 2024, 2025, okay, with the proliferations of the Gen AI and automation with the agentic AI, okay, if the organization is not going to adopt to AI, or if the IT employees or employees are not going to adopt to AI, that means they are going to get displaced. So AI will not displace the human job. Okay, the human with the knowledge of AI will displace the job for a human without the knowledge of AI. That's what is actually going to happen. So adaptation of AI for every organization is inevitable. In that case, okay, every organization will have or must have chief AI officer. Okay, so we are going to that direction to have the chief AI officer for every organization. Okay, the maximum number of trainings is what we're actually targeting. Okay, so AI strategy of document. Okay, there are four pillars for this AI strategy document. First pillar is business and value pillar. Next is data and technology pillar. People and organization, governance and ethics. Okay. Now, for any ISO or for any management or any governance, okay, people, process, and technology. Okay, these three things are inevitable. Technology without the people and the process is useless. People without the technology and process also useless. There is a process without the technology and the people is useless. If you don't have technology, people following the process will take a lot of time. If you have technology and the technology and the people without the process, it's not efficient way of doing it. Technology and process is useless if you don't have the people. So it's a combination of these three is always required for the organization. There is a veritable base for the guardrail also. Let's go to each and every pillar. Business and value pillar, strategic goals. What do you want to actually achieve? How will AI help to achieve the business objective? Okay. Usually I say something. Okay. You have read from one of the Prince 2 books, increasing the benefits, reducing the cost, increasing the quality, reducing the risk, increasing the scope, reducing the timelines. BCQRST. Okay. AI should address BCQRST. If it doesn't address the BCQRST, okay, that means that we are missing something. This should support the organization. There's a continuous improvement is what the organization should actually achieve with respect to BCQRST after adopting to an AI transformation. Okay. And use case prioritization. Identify and ranking specific projects based on the feasibility and business impact. A common framework is A opportunity matrix. Next slide, we have this A opportunity matrix that we will visit. Success metrics, defining clear KPIs and KPIs to measure the return on investment. If adopting to an AI is not going to give you a return of investment, that means we have made a mistake. And it is said that only 8% of the AI transformation projects are successful. 92% is actually a failure. Okay, the statistics that say, and as of January 2026, this is what the status is. Okay, and this has been reported by a lot of research organization. You can do and search. Okay, and I think the Gartner reported this. 92% is a failure, and 8% is what the successful project is. Okay, that means if the project is not going to give you an ROI, that means we are failing somewhere. Leave the pilot, leave the proof of concept and all this. Okay, and the amount of money that you have spent for winning the project. Moment you are trying to go live, the transformation is on. That's where the failure actually happens. Okay. Good. So business and the value pillar. Next, opportunity matrix, quadrant, category description of the example. First, we look at the first quadrant. Okay, high impact, high feasibility. Second is high impact, low feasibility. Third is low impact, high feasibility. Fourth is low impact, low feasibility. Quick wins. According to, so when we delivered training on ISO 42001 adaptation, okay, the integrated program with 21502, the first project that you will actually adopt to is a quick win. Okay, so quick wins will always tell whether you are equipped enough to successfully deliver this particular project or not, or successfully able to transform to an AI level, AI platform. Okay, so quick wins, high return on investment with low technical barriers. Okay, use these to build the momentum to prove the value. This is what you need to adopt to. Example: meeting summarization, automated FAQ bots, AI assisted coding, invoice data extraction, etc. Next comes the high impact, low feasibility, which is big bets. Transformative projects requiring significant R&D, high quality data, and the custom models. Predictive supply chain optimization and personalized medicine, autonomous logistics. Low impact, high feasibility. Okay, fill in. Easy to do, but offers a marginal gains. Okay, so the return on investment, it might not be commendable. Okay, to go for this, but yes, if there's a necessity, we need to adopt to it. Internal newsletter automation, basic sentiment analysis of the social mentions. Okay, low impact and low feasibility. Okay, complex projects with a strategic value, these should be avoided or deprioritized. Okay, highly niche experimental models for small scale internal process. So you have to develop an AI opportunity matrix, okay, with respect to your industry, okay, and go for it. And if you want an opportunity matrix for your industry, you can mail me, okay, on the email that I'm going to give you on the last slide. Okay, so I'll be happy to generate this opportunity matrix for AI and give it to you. Next is core components of robust AI strategy. Okay, the data and technology pillar, fuel and the engine, data foundation. Okay, data is a veritable base. Okay, for the complete, we have three phases, right? One is the data ingestion phase, training, testing, and validation, then deployment, and then decommissioning. Okay? The fourth phase is actually decommissioning. That means you're not going to use it at all. Data, okay, is the fuel. Okay, when we say it's a fuel, okay, the model, the algorithm, and the data set is going to give you the model, and the model learns from the data. Okay, now, very crucial aspect of it, why AI adaptation is very much required, and the data protection officers need to have a knowledge on AI, because even if the personally identifiable information are going to be deleted, okay, from the data set, okay. Now, if the algorithm learns, okay, from the data set, it retains the information about the PII, okay. How are we going to de-learn that? That's a big question, okay. So the crucial part of data, it can be poisoned, okay, it can be poisoned enough to ensure, okay, to make your machine learning useless. Okay, so it's called one of the types of denial of ML attacks. Okay, machine learning useless. Okay, now we need to ensure the data that we actually have, okay, is to the utmost quality. Okay, we call that the golden data set. Okay, that needs to be tamper proof. Okay, for the complete cycle. There are two data sets that we actually use, right? One is for pre-deployment, the other one is for post-deployment. So pre-deployment data set should be tamper-proof. Okay, the post-deployment data set is actually production data. Okay, that needs to be modified. Okay, operationally. Okay, so the data foundation technology stack, choosing the right tools, platform, infrastructure, model, life management, planning how the model will be deployed, monitored, and updated. Okay, the part of the ML ops. Okay, machine learning ops. Core component again, people and technology pillar, talent and skills. Okay, the we have got data scientists, data analysts, okay, the AI engineers, okay, the model verifiers, etc. Bigger the organization, many roles that you will actually have. Okay, the smaller the organization, number of roles will be relatively less. Okay, so we need to have an organization structure. Okay, the veritable base. Even if you're going to have the NIST AI RMF way of implementing it, you need to have an organization structure. So as a part of the govern, the organization structure needs to be in place. Okay, even 38507 ensures that okay you have to have an organization structure in place. So people and organization pillar needs to be mentioned as a part of the AI strategy. Governance and ethics. Okay, whether you are following, if you're going to be a part of European Union or your product is going to be going to be used in the European Union, you need to comply with the European Union AI Act. And this particular this summer 2026, the UK is going to come up with the UK AI Act. Okay, and many of the countries are actually working on SADAI as a part of Saudi Arabia. Okay, the Vietnam introduced a guideline, Indians have introduced a guideline. Okay, the Malaysians are focusing on AI office. Okay, so every country has got their own regulatory body coming up. Okay, there's going to be a law enacted in all the countries for usage of an AI application. Okay, so the governance is a veritable base, okay, on which the CIO should be also working on. He can be managing the governance, or he can have a chief AI governance officer, certified person to report to him. Okay, so on the governance aspect of it. So regulatory compliance is actually the governance. ISO 42001 is the management system. Why is AI strategy essential? Avoid wasted investment. Okay, you can, because we have got the opportunity matrix, right? So you know where to go for the investment and where not to go for the investment initially. Okay, focuses the efforts, build competitive modes. Okay, motives to ensure that you are competitors find it hard to copy. You're going to have a separate video on the modes with respect to the AI alone. Okay, and mitigate the risk, proactively address ethical, security, regulatory challenges. Risk, okay, in AI is a very big subject. Okay, because if you look at the trustworthy AI, we have got societal, environmental impact, privacy and data governance. Okay, transparency, accountability, human agency. Okay, then you've got the technical robustness. Okay, and then societal impact. So the seven pillars of trustworthy AI. Okay, we are going to have the risk for all the seven pillars. The underlying foundations are lawful AI, ethical AI, okay, and then robust AI. Okay, so there are seven plus three, okay, layers of risk that we need to tackle. Okay, seven vertical layers and three horizontal layers is what we need to tackle. So the risk in AI, okay, is not as normal as the risk that we actually see in IT. Okay, it's a different monster that we need to deal with. And similarly, the incident, okay, incident management AI is not a normal technical incident or security incident. Okay, the bias and discrimination, the incidents could be in line with that, in line with the accountability, in line with the transparency, in line with societal impact. Okay, so and the human agency, there's a lot of incidents. Okay, the new breed of incidents is what we can actually expect. Okay, from the artificial intelligence. It is not an easy task to be the chief AI officer. This position is going to be more strategic for the organization because the adaptation of AI is something which is unavoidable at the moment. Okay. So assess and diagnose key steps to development strategy. Assess and diagnose. Understand the current context. Do a SWOT. Okay. Do a SWOT. Okay. So context of the organization. Define ambitions and the vision. Where do you actually want to go? Identify the opportunities. When you do a SWOT to establish the context of the organization, you can also identify the opportunities. Okay. Available for you. Prioritize and roadmap. Okay, so anything that with related to the regulatory compliance, which is going to give another quick wins for the organization, is what the chief AI officer is going to focus on. Design the operating model. You can go for a, you can go. It is an operating model in the sense like but the team structure. Okay, we call that a squad. Okay, the ISO 21502, which is the project management guideline. Okay, mentioned the squad. Squad is the representation from different departments within the organization. Okay, so it's like a committee, okay, of experts to work with the chief AI officer to provide the strategic direction for the organization. Execute, establish the governance frameworks. Okay, so follow ISO 38502, right? So 38507, 38500 the enterprise governance. Okay, the IT governance. Sorry, IT governance. So 38507 is the AI specific governance guideline that you can actually follow. Execute, learn, and adapt. Okay, so plan, do, check, and act. Okay, plan, do, check, and act. in line with ISO, govern, map, measure, and manage in line with NIST, okay, AI, RMF, or NIST framework, okay. So planning is governing, okay, and doing is mapping, checking is measuring, and acting is manage. Okay, so PDCA or G, okay, triple M, okay, all means the same. Okay, so execute, learn, and adapt. Examples by business goals: enhance the customer experience. Okay, finally, the business runs for two things. One is the customer satisfaction. Other one is to make money. Make money is the priority. The money comes in from the customers. So customers, the satisfaction. Okay, to enhance the customer satisfaction, optimize the operations. Okay, increasing the benefits, reducing the cost, increasing the quality, reducing the risk, increasing the scope, and reducing the timelines. Okay, so you can optimize the operation, the continuous improvement. Accelerate the innovation. Okay, the AI, okay, is an innovative technology clearly mentioned by the ICU as a part of the GDPR. Innovative technology. If you're using innovative technology, you need to get an additional consent from the data subject. Okay, so transparency pillar as a part of the governance actually says that you need to be transparent to the users for using your AI application. Okay, if there are chat box in which with which they are interacting, you tell them you're interacting with an AI chat box. Okay, that transparency needs to be in there. Okay, so this AI innovation definitely, okay, AI is a veritable base for the innovation going forward. You can get the ideas for innovation. The AI it's going to support you or assist you, okay, for you to innovate. Okay, make use of an AI. Okay, as a chief AI officer, he's going to adopt to all these things to ensure that the organization is going to have a wonderful strategy with respect to the AI. Okay, so AI strategy document is veritable base. Okay, it tells you the direction of it sets the directions of the organization, and handy document for the chief AI officer to actually follow to ensure that he's going to have his first 90 days or 100 days. Okay, and further also, okay, supported by what's mentioned in the strategy document. So this Subramaniam Shankaran, and we are the partners with good certifications, assessment, delivering, training on certified chief AI officer, chief AI security officer, governance officer, risk. Okay, all these certifications are wonderful. Okay, everything is an ocean by itself. We're also coming up with responsible AI certification and AI transformation officer. Okay, stay connected to us. Get in touch with us on training at iiplus.org.uk if you want to join us for any of the certification to uplift your career to a different level. Thank you very much. Stay connected. Stay tuned. Bye bye then. Cheers.